everyone, and welcome to another fantastic SEGA Sonic Radio. I speak with a mouth full of apple. That's what's going on here. It's really good. And the acidity cuts down, or yeah, I guess it'd be the acidity cuts down on congestion, which is nice. You know what else is nice? Our first request of the evening, coming at you from Mr. Cypher 077 over on the Twitters. Enjoy. Catch you guys in a bit. welcome back. That was Jukebox from Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, as requested by Mr. Cypher 077. Followed up by Trap Tower from Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. Wrapping it up with Networked Melon from Columns 3, Revenge of Columns. Which, I do not care for the Column series, but you cannot deny, that is a powerful name. That is a powerful title for your puzzle game. Tonight's theme is The Colors Feel So Right. You guys sent in your most colorful tracks, and we're going to be playing some of them tonight, mixed in a bunch that I picked out myself. Although some of the other things that you have sent in include Spinbox questions. We're going to kick it off with one from Sonic Trainer. Sonic Trainer asks, between Aquarium Park, Asteroid Coaster, and Terminal Velocity, which would you like to see revisited/remixed? So, these are ones that haven't gotten a whole bunch of attention in the same way that, like, some of the tracks in Cross Worlds or Team Sonic Racing got, but, I think, personally speaking, while I like some of the aesthetics of Asteroid Coaster, I think I'm gonna go with Aquarium Park, if only because a lot of times whenever Sonic games lean into underwater levels, they tend to be like, hey, this is underwater in some sort of ancient ruin. It's all flooded. And I like that Aquarium Park was just, like the name suggests, just a giant aquarium with a bunch of, with sort of like an East Asian aesthetic to it. And I like, hey, if you're going to have water levels in Sonic games, and more specifically, if you're going to be controlling Sonic underwater, Aquarium Park kind of speaks to me the most. So, Lolan Figment suggests Terminal Velocity is the one that they would like. I'm sure everyone's going to have their own personal one of those three that they like. I sort of like the outer space vibes of Asteroid Coaster, though we got a couple similar outer space vibes out of some other stages in Sonic Colors Starlight Carnival, and then I know Sonic Forces had a couple stages that specifically took place in outer space, in ways that aren't simply like, hey, you're supersonic, go fight a final boss, it's in space this time. And, you know, I like the aesthetic of that. It's kind of neat. You engage with things instead of just kind of flying through segments of space stations. So, we've got a request coming at you from Sonic Trainer as well. This one from Sonic Advance 2. Take a listen. We might even have some Katamari in this section. Find out as I catch you guys on the other side. welcome back. That was Music Plant Act 1 from Sonic Advance 2 as requested by Sonic Trainer, followed up by Song for Mixing a Bunch of Colors from Katamari Damacy Rolling Live. Wrapping it up with Continue 30th Sessions version from the album Rockin' Sonic the Hedgehog Sessions. You may also recognize it as the theme song that we use for Sonic Talk podcast. I like it. I recommended it back whenever we were like, hey, let's have a theme song. I think it's a good one. I think it fit with our vibes. However, other things that fit with our vibes are quizzes. It's time for a quiz. Everyone loves quizzes. Everyone loves quizzes. Everyone loves quizzes. And we've got some for you. Over in the Quiz Zone, hey, as always, test your Sonic skills with this trivia. You can guess in chat if you want. If you don't want to guess in chat, you certainly do not have to. Just type chat, and we'll let you know the answer after the question. Your question for this time is in Sonic Colors. Get ready, I'm about to throw a bunch of stages at you from Sonic Colors. Tropical Resort 1 and 2, Sweet Mountain 1, and Starlight Carnival 5 all end with Sonic doing what? They all end in the same way, but how do they end? We'll let you know after this song. Thank you. Sorry. I get one of those a night. As many people in chat guessed, it is true. What Sonic does in these specific stages are he destroys a Wisp prison capsule rather than touching the goal ring. Most of the levels are just a goal ring. These ones end with Sonic freeing a bunch of little alien dudes. Hope you enjoyed. We're going to put the quiz away for now. It will be back in a few. We got another request coming at you in the next segment. This one from the Karma Collector. And appropriately, we're heading back to some Sonic Colors. Enjoy. Catch you again. I will attempt to fact check at some point Alolan Figment, but I cannot promise that I can accomplish that tonight. Anyhow, here's some Sonic Colors. Hey, welcome back. That was Starlight Carnival Act 1 from Sonic Colors, followed up by, as requested by, looking at my spreadsheet. Come on, spreadsheet. Come up for me. Karma Collector, 994. Followed up by Chill Penguin from Dodo over on the Discord. Wrapping it up, from Mega Man X, as requested by Dodo over on the Discord. Wrapping it up with bonus stage Gumball Machine from Sonic 3. And we have some fact checking here over in chat. Small mistake. So Starlight Carnival 5 does not end in a Wisp prison capsule. No. The correct stage for that should have been Aquarium Park Act 4. That would have been the correct one for the console version of Sonic Colors. So thank you, Alolan Figment, for the correction there. Hopefully that didn't trip people up too much, but a lot of people were able to get it right, so, you know, didn't trip up too many people. But nice to be accurate about it. But something that I will never be accurate about is the Spinbox. We've got another one coming in from Keanu the Hedgehog, who asks, and wanted to make a shout out to the 15th anniversary of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic this year, which I also did not fact check, but I'm just gonna assume that they know what they're talking about and hope that it's accurate. I don't know any better, and it feels like it probably might be accurate, so I'm going to assume it is. Fact check on your own on this one. I don't actually know. They asked, if you were a Pony OC, which breed would you be, and which key mark inspires you? So I don't talk about my history with this series very much. I've been pretty far removed from the things that I have done with it for a while. Because, like, hey, it has been quite a few years since, you know, it both started and ended. As Knuckles, who is a butt in chat, is trying to provoke me by using the word brony, I am not and have never considered myself one. It is not a title that I have ever taken upon myself, which isn't to say that I don't like the show. I like the show quite a bit. I have... Honestly, Knuckles knows more than anyone else here my enjoyment of that show. Back when he ran a fan comic site, he asked me to write webcomics for him based on it. For a couple years, actually. I don't think any website that still has them is up, but I don't know. You can bug me on Discord if you ever want to see some of the stuff I did. I had done the writing. Knuckles had a friend who did the art, and I did some of the art myself. It was a neat little thing. I enjoy it. I still have a lot of I still have a handful of figurines, a whole bunch of Build-A-Bear plush. Bluntly speaking, it's a show that got me through a really rough time in my life. When I was looking between, basically when I was between jobs, and it wasn't going particularly well, and, you know, like, it was a shining ray of absolute sincerity in a time of my life whenever I felt like I did not have a particularly strong outlook on how things were going for me. And it got me through some things. And then eventually, whenever Steven Universe started and I got way into that, that kind of replaced a fair bit of that emotional, the emotional crutch that I kind of needed, helping me get through some tough stuff. I don't think I have something that I'm leaning on right now, but One Piece is probably the closest. One Piece has been with me since I've been in high school, so that's always something that I've leaned on for my emotional well-being. I never really had an OC. I liked stuff that the show was doing. I never really got into, like, the ways that the fandom expressed itself. Oh, I believe it'll only fit. Steven Universe to me is... It's hard for me to choose between that or Samurai Jack as the best series that Cartoon Network has ever put out. It's a really tough choice between those two for me. But yeah, I've always felt like I've been at least somewhat separate from, like, the core My Little Pony Friendship is Magic fan base. I've never been into the things, in the ways that fans have kind of wanted to spin it off. Like, there's whole other branches of that fandom where it's like, we want to cross it over with this other thing, and now we're making music based on this crossover, and now we're writing our own fanfic specifically based on the world of this crossover, and it's not anything about the core world of that show. It's mostly about this other franchise that we like, but we put ponies into it, and that just never spoke to me. Like, even whenever I was, like, asking people, like, hey, if I wanted to get into the music, what is out there? And a lot of what I found was like, oh, people are making electronic tracks and a heck of a lot of dubstep because of the time that this came out. And I was just like, I'm not gonna say this is bad, but I am gonna say it's not what I come to the series for. Like, I kind of came to the series for, like, catchy, upbeat show tune stuff, and it felt like the fandom made it its own in ways that I didn't quite, that I struggled to really get behind. Like, I was looking for, oh, I love the show and the things that the show done. I want more of the things that the show done, and a lot of people were coming to it like, I want to take things that I love otherwise and inject the show into it, and it just didn't go with me. I don't know if I could choose, like, a species. Like, my desire to not have an OC is tough. But if I were to actually choose some sort of logo or icon, to be on my person, to be on my backside underneath my pants, to forever have to deal with and say, and any romantic partners, I would have to try to explain why I have this image implanted on me. I'm gonna say, I want to say like a SNES controller. I think a SNES controller would be something I could probably tolerate. I don't think I'd want it on my butt, but, like, if I've got to have something there, like, that feels like the thing that I could most live with, perhaps. But, I could maybe do my old podcast logo. I could maybe do that. It's just sort of ambiguous enough that, like, nobody would be, like, off-put and be able to recognize, like, oh, that stands for this. Other than that, I don't know. A microphone? I could do a microphone. Microphone would be good. Jeez, you talk about MLP's anniversary. I started a podcast, like, probably going on 20 years ago now? Something like that. That's when I started doing my podcasting stuff, which is how I met Knuckles and Shiggs and got involved with all of that. The fact that I listen to podcasts so often and in such quantity that I feel like that would probably be applicable. Keanu has a request, and it's from Sonic and Secret Rings. We might also have some Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack album. Some stuff that isn't in Sonic Adventure 2, but is Sonic Adventure 2 adjacent. Let's take a listen, and I'll see you guys on the other side.
down south through sands, all our hopes and plans in one single hand.
プレパルクは息を振りていてはうよれ。なりろとスプレー。あんよばちゃうぶちちゅん。
Hey, welcome back. That was 7 Rings in Hand from Sonic and the Secret Rings as requested by Keanu the Hedgehog. Followed up by Start Your Hedgehogs from Sonic Lost World. Wrapping it up with Chow Race Extended Mix, Chow's Doki Doki Banana Chip Run Mix from the Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack album Multi-Dimensional. Long one, that one. A little bit of a, you know, thing. Medley. Like, there were some medley. Like, they didn't. The soundtracks for Sonic Adventure 2 never included, like, the actual Chow soundtracks. For like, the gardens and races and stuff. But they put together these medleys of, like, the gardens and the racetracks that were, like, extended and included all of them, and kind of that was the substitute for putting in the individual tracks. That's neat. That's neat. We got a quiz. Everyone loves quizzes. Everyone loves quizzes. Knuckles, specifically, loves quizzes. Especially audio quizzes. They're his favorite. They're his favorite. His favorite. Anyhow, this is a Sega published game this time, over in the audio queue. You gotta tell me what game this song is from. You can guess in chat. If you don't want to guess in chat, then we'll let you know whenever the song is done, what the answer is. Get your guesses in. And let's take a listen. Hey, we're back. Audio cue question this time is, what Sega published game was that from? And Knuckles was able to figure it out over the time. This is the GBA game, Gunstar Superheroes, specifically the first stage. One stage is what I am told the track is named. Gunstar Superheroes is a game that I know I have played, and I specifically remember weird segments of it where it's like using stage rotation effects that are real weird and real interesting. But yeah, this is specifically the GBA one, and yeah, it's a similar song to some stuff in the original Genesis version, although the instrumentation for the GBA would be, I figured it would be different enough to be recognizable. I may choose challenging games, but I try to choose some of the easiest songs within those games, usually the first level or so. So, hope you had a chance to get your guesses in and get it. If not, we'll have another song next week. We've got another request coming in. This one's coming in from Hasbomi. But we may also have some overclocked remix in this one. So let's take a listen to that, and I'll see you guys afterwards. Hey, welcome back. That was Infinite Blue from F-Zero GX, as requested by Hasbo.me, followed up by Door into Chaotix, an OC remix of Knuckles Chaotix, this one by Will Rocks. You can find it and so many more remixes over at ocremix.org. Wrapping it up with Frozen Base Zone Act 2 from Sonic Superstars. Bit of a question of what it sounds like over in chat, and it is an auditory homage to much in the same way that the level itself is an homage to the Fantasy Zone series, a classic Sega arcade series, which introduced the character / spaceship of Opa Opa. Jetting around these big weird levels, shooting some bizarre enemies. One of the early examples of a shoot-'em-up. Sort of a shoot-'em-up subgenre where it has a bunch of cute, silly graphics and strange enemies, and very difficult game, but fun nonetheless. I appreciate the homage going on there. I also appreciate when you guys send in some Spinbox emails. We've got one in from MFA, who writes, do you think Ian Flynn will adapt Minecraft, Mega Man, and Pac-Man into the IDW comic similar to how Archie Comics did the Sega Capcom crossovers? I'm going to say no for two reasons. I think the first reason I would say no is because of Ian Flynn. I think Ian Flynn's pretty busy as it is, and I don't think he has, like, historically, like, he has not done as much with the comics as of late, just because, like, you know, Evan Stanley has taken over primarily comics management leadership for that. They keep Ian Flynn busy, and hey, on top of that, he has other non-Sonic projects that he periodically works on. or consistently works on. I don't know. I don't know the man well enough. I don't know his entire output, but there's a lot of it. There's a lot of it. There's like Mega Man comics coming. Mega Man comics on the way, specifically, I believe it's Dark Horse that is putting out collections of the old Archie ones, and they're going to write a couple new stories for that, including Ian Flynn. I'm trying to remember. But Knuckles actually brings up a point in chat that he's brought up before. They have, well, we know that there is a Sonic Racing Cross Worlds comic on the way. And we know that some of the IDW characters will play into those comics. So if you're looking for like a crossover, I think probably the closest you're going to get is like, hey, we're actually acknowledging in a more directly game adjacent product, one of the IDW characters. I would be more inclined to believe that than them shelling out to make the comic for Minecraft, Mega Man, Pac-Man. As much as I want, hey, the comic book with Pac-Man in it. That'd be what I'd be into. I don't think we're getting it. I just don't think it's what they want to do with this. Though if they were doing it, I suspect it probably wouldn't be Ian Flynn. Although who knows? He might feel the attachment to the Mega Man character enough based on his previous works as like, yeah, I want to write, I specifically want to write this Mega Man thing. Oh yeah, I'm not certain. I'm not so certain that that's the direction that they're gonna go with it. What they should do is they should have Hatsune Miku in it, and nobody should comment on her being there. Like, have interactions with her, but nobody is surprised. Nobody asks who she is. Nobody acts like it's weird that she's there. People just treat her as if she's one of every other Sonic character. Just do that. That'd be hilarious. I'd love it. Do it. Do it. Put the Ninja Turtles in. Actually, Ninja Turtles are probably the most I should say the least resistance to being able to do something like that, because IDW has the Ninja Turtle rights, so it probably would be easier than most to actually do that. Or I don't know, just fill it with SpongeBob characters. It's now a SpongeBob comic with some Sonic characters in it periodically. They just hang out under the sea. For some reason they can breathe. It is never explained. It is never explained at any point how they can breathe underwater. But that's just how the story goes at this point. MFA also submitted a request. And it's from Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, which is a remix of another one. Although we may also have, we might have some Olympic stuff. We might also have some Olympic stuff. Take a listen. I'll catch you guys in a bit. Hey, welcome back. That was Hidden World from Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, as requested by MFA, followed up by Trampoline from Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020, the mobile one, the one that does not have Mario in it. Wrapping it up with Bingo Highway from Sonic Heroes. Not requested by anybody, just suggested by me. Real quick, gonna address something from chat. Rusty the Chug was asking in regard to, hey, I've been sort of following the news. There's something about Sonic at the Olympics again, something like that. To which I would say, yes, they have announced some sort of partnership for the 2016 Olympics. To be fully revealed next year. I will remind you that the 2016 Olympics is a Winter Olympics year that will be in February. This one, I believe, is in Spain? Is it Spain? No, it's not Spain. It's, oh, why can't I remember? 2026, not 2016. That's, I said the wrong number. Why can't I remember the location of the... Italy. Yeah, it is Italy. Okay. It was either Italy or Spain. I couldn't remember which of them. The Milano Cortina 2016 Olympics in Italy. It will be a Winter Games. If you're hoping for a Mario and Sonic or just a Sonic game, I would say keep your expectations firmly in check. I believe they have confirmed in a tweet that it is only going to be merch that's involved here. Not necessarily a new game title. If it is a new game title, I would expect it to be... I'm not expecting a game title, I should say. But in the off chance that they do something game-related, I would expect something very low, or very small scale. If only because, like, February's like 6 months away. And I don't think they're going to put out a game in that time. Maybe you might get, like, a dinky little mobile app, but I don't think that's going to be enough lead up to get a full game or anything like that. But I don't know. If you want Sonic graphics on an Olympic graphics shirt or some nonsense like that, or I don't know, probably art prints or something seems like something they might try to sell, then keep an eye out next year during the Olympics. It wouldn't surprise me if they do something like their weird Amazon pop-up shops or something with, like, hey, these are the artworks that we've added. But I wouldn't expect this to be a return of the Mario and Sonic era. Let's just say I'm not particularly, for cultural reasons, in love with stuff that the Olympics has done, and this does not make me any more excited for the Olympics. Let's not forget that they sort of closed off the Mario-Sonic agreement so that they could try to bring some game development, not in-house, but like publishing in-house. And the end result was like, yeah, what if we have a Web3 game with NFT integration and lots of microtransactions? And I hear it was weird and clumsy and not very good. Olympics Go for Paris 2024. They are also trying to pursue their whole esports branch, which sounds like it is extremely weird. And there was supposed to be one this year. There was supposed to be a big esports event this year. That got delayed. Also, the big esports event was going to be in Saudi Arabia, which has a lot of concerns associated with that. A lot of concerns associated with that. So, I don't know. It's hard for me to be excited for the Olympics right now. It feels like the Olympics are you know, not on the up and up. I'm just gonna phrase it that way and not say it more controversially than that. It doesn't sound like they are legitimate in what they are doing. Let's you know what? Let's wash that out of our mouths with some quiz. It's a triple trouble, last quiz of the evening. Triple trouble asks you 3 things are in common, and 1 thing is not belonging. You gotta tell me which one doesn't belong in this quartet. Bring it down to a trio. This one's a hard one. This one's a particularly hard one. If anyone gets this one, I'm gonna be surprised. But I'm gonna throw it to you guys anyway. As always, you can get some chat if you want to. You don't have to get some chat, though. The topic is unleashed food. And your options are chocolate, Sundae Supreme, Chow Chugger, and Hero Sandwich. Which one of these does not belong out of these 3? And no, it's not Hero Sandwich, because Hero Sandwich isn't a sweet. It's not the answer. Well, it might be the answer, but it's not for that reason. Get your guesses in. We'll answer after the music here. Here's Jungle Joyride. Hey, welcome back. That was Jungle Joyride Day, from Sonic Unleashed. And once again, the question for the Triple Trouble is, in Sonic, among these Unleashed foods, which of these does not belong? Chocolate, Sundae Supreme, Chow Chugger, and Hero Sandwich. And I'm kind of shocked chat got this one. It is indeed the Sundae Supreme. These are food exclusive to Wentos, the traveling salesman. Sundae Supreme is from the Surfside Seagull Sundries and Apatos, which you can't see because it scrolled off the bottom of this image. But yeah, you guys figured it out. Everything else you can get from Wentos, or can only get from Wentos, but Sunday you get elsewhere. That's our last quiz for the evening. Congrats, especially to Alolan Figment, who was able to snag that one. With sounds like Chow Chugger was the big clue there, and a lot of discussion happening in chats about the nature of what a Chow Chugger is. I just assume it's like a small like coffee energy drink. Like if you just need a coffee shot, it looks like one of those. You just down like a high caffeine coffee drink. Probably has some B vitamins in it. It's like, yeah, this will perk you up on the way to work. That's, yeah, I imagine. We got Knuckles insists it's made of Chow. I don't know. Chow seem like they're mostly water. Like Chow, like we know Chaos is a water creature. We know the things, the aliens, what the Chow came from are water adjacent. Though I don't exactly know how they devolved or changed over time to become tiny kindergartner aliens? I don't know. Sonic lore doesn't actually make sense. Sonic lore is nonsense. That's the claim I'm going to stake. And if you disagree, I will fight you. Sonic lore is goddamn nonsense. What else is goddamn nonsense? I don't know where I'm going with this. Is this request from Mio? A request from a game that they often request from. That I have to go then figure out, like, okay, what is this music? What is this game? It's a Shining game. I know nothing about the Shining series. I know that the Shining series, I'm pretty sure it's like a strategy series. I think that's it. It's a strategy series not that far removed from what you would think of as like a Fire Emblem today, but that's all I know about it. I don't even know if this one is a strategy game like anything. It's a more modern one. So enjoy! But there's also going to be an Overclock remix, which is much more understandable to my brain. Be back in a bit.
「生きとし生けるものすべ
Hey, welcome back. That was Tuerno no Aria from Shining Residence Refrain, as requested by Mio. I probably mispronounced that, but we'll all just have to live with it. Followed up by Everyone Wants to Roll the Wisps, an overclocked remix of Sonic Colors. This one by The Good Ice. You can find it and so many more over at ocremix.org. We might have one more remix tonight. Might have one more. I got one more. Wrapping it up with Studiopolis Zone Act 2, aka Prime Time, from Sonic Mania. Getting close to wrapping things up for tonight, but we still have one more thing from the Spinbox. This coming in from Alex over on the Discord. If they ever make a Sonic Frontiers 2, do you think we will be able to explore classic locations such as South Island and Angel Island? That's a tough one. My impulse is to say probably not, but the actual answer is I have no idea. I have no idea what they would want to do for their next major Sonic game. I suspect it'll be Sonic Frontiers adjacent, but beyond that, it's just so hard for me to conceptualize what it would or could be. Like, it's just real hard for me to even speculate about it. Just the way that Frontiers specifically is structured in its story and location and everything. It feels like whatever they do has to be different in some sort of significant way. Like, it feels like the way that that game ends sets them up for making some sort of significant change in the series. But what that change is, I just can't imagine it. I just can't even conceptualize, like, what they would want to... where they would want to move it to. Because we've seen a couple different directions of games that they have gone since then. Like, if you think about the stuff that comes after Sonic Frontiers, we've got Superstars, which is a bright, peppy, shiny, light-hearted classic Sonic romp. We've had Shadow Generations, which was meant to tie into the movies, like, release alongside the movie to kind of reintroduce Shadow as a character. And it still has the nostalgia grab, but it has the nostalgia grab of a very specific tone, because it's, you know, Shadow-oriented. And then we had Crossworlds, and Crossworlds is both steeped in, like, bright, fantastical, crazy, colorful landscapes and worlds and fan service. But also, you wouldn't necessarily apply that logic of a kart racer to how you would design the next major Sonic game. I just don't know, because I don't know what they see as what the future of Sonic would look like. I see them as wanting to move the series in a direction, but what direction that is, I wish I had a good answer to. I could see them including things adjacent to the classic locations in games, but it also feels like Frontiers has... the reaction to some things in Frontiers has maybe suggested to them, hey, maybe we can't keep reusing some of this stuff. Maybe we can't always go back to the same wells again and again, those specific ones. Especially with them establishing new classic content through Sonic Superstars. Like, you don't have classic Sonic stages in Crossworlds. The only classic Sonic stuff that is in there at this moment is stuff from Superstars, which is a new game. in the classic series. I don't know. I guess that's kind of it. Like, I just don't have a good sense of what they might be interested in doing going forward with the series. I'm interested in it. I'd love to know. But there's just not... There's practically nothing there for me to feel comfortable speculating on yet. I hope they incorporate stuff from the comics. I don't want it to be like, hey, you need to read the comics in order to understand where this is, but I kind of just want... The comics have at least put together some amount of world building, and whatever they do with Sonic going further, I want them to finally commit to actual world building, instead of just being like, well, we can set a bunch of other stuff in the past. It's fine if we say this happened 5 civilizations ago, and you can explore the ruins of it, but it's gone, and it doesn't affect you right now, and it might give some stuff about the past, but no, what I want is, like, I want them to say, no, this is a place, this is an important place, we can set things here, we could have this be a hub, we can have this be an important location, and have it be a place that we have to think about. Sort of in the same way that, that Station Square was for Sonic Adventure. Sort of in the way that Soliana was for Sonic 06, regardless of how you feel about that game. Those were 2 games with a strong sense of place to them. And I think if Sonic as a series wants to kind of highlight storytelling, it needs a sense of place. Sonic Unleashed. Sonic Unleashed, they've leaned on that as a sense of place for years following it. Like, they've had the animations there, the comic is, like, referenced places that they go there all the time. They talk about them as big countries and everything. Yeah. I hope they're a little bit more willing to lean on that. I think it'd be good for the series broadly. Here's something that wasn't quite as good for the series broadly. We've got a track coming up next from Knight's Journey of Dreams. We also got another remix, and hey, why not some Nintendo music to close this segment off? Hope you enjoy. Catch you guys in a bit. That was Wandering Wilderness from Night's Journey of Dreams, followed up by The Power of Choices from the OC Remix album Speeding Towards Adventures, 25 Years of Sonic the Hedgehog, a remix of Sonic Advance 3's option screen. This one was by Sterling Powell. And as I always say, hey, if you like this and you want more remixes, you can find them over at ocremix.org. Wrapping it up with City of Color, vocal theme from Splatoon, the original, from the Squid Sisters. Hey! We're approaching the end of the night. Hope you had a delightful, colorful evening with us here on SEGASonic Radio. As always, my opinions are our own, but my opinions are my own. But the show broadly is under the banner of Sonic Stadium over at sonicstadium.org, one of the internet's longest-running Sonic fan communities. You can catch news coverage, you can catch a great community over there, with forums and a Discord and all manner of social media. It's a good time. It's a good time. If you ever want to bug someone, me specifically, you can head over to our Discord and say, "Hey, GX, I'm here to bug you." As always, if you're watching on YouTube, we always appreciate the likes, the shares, the subscribes. All of them are great and appreciated, but most of all, we appreciate word of mouth. If you think you know someone who might enjoy some SEGASonic Radio, who might need it in their life, let them know. Share some of our past videos. You can find it over on YouTube. Just search SEGASonic Radio. It's all good. We have a dedicated YouTube channel. If you want to catch the show live, you can do so Friday nights, most of the time at 7 p.m. Eastern. And you can submit requests via the Discord, via the message boards, via the Discord, all those great places to get your requests in. Given that this episode is called The Colors Feel So Right, we've got one more song left for you. You probably have a good sense of what it is. You probably do. But just to make it explicit, we're closing out tonight with the 30th anniversary symphony version of Reach for the Stars, Recolors. Peace, everyone. I will catch you next week. might just not be stars in the sky. There might be some other stuff in the sky tonight. So keep an eye out for one more song.
To fly so high, makes me want to fly so high, up in the sky, and it makes me want to fly.